This video will give you a tutorial about how to set a working directory in R using macOS. I'm using Catalina here, but the same will generally apply to any recent version of macOS. So the first thing that we want to do is tell R to find this file that I have on my desktop, gss underscore 2016 underscore clean.dta. And the first thing that you'll want to do is open up RStudio and ask yourself, well, where is R looking for my data? And you can see that using the getwd command. That stands for get working directory. That tells you where R happens to be looking when you ask it to load data or save data or something like that. So you just type getwd, open up parentheses that you leave empty, and then press enter. And you'll see that R happens to be looking in the directory /users/Patrick, which is just the generic users that will apply to all macOS installations, and then my login name. But we know that that file is on the desktop, so that's not the right spot. Another thing that you can do, just to see what else R will see if you do try to load data, is you can use the list.files command. And here you just type list.files exactly as I have on the screen and open up empty brackets and then press enter. And if you do that, in this case, you'll see that it found my desktop folder because that's how the directory structures in Macs work. It also found some other folders like my documents, my movies, music, etc. So what we want to do is tell R to stop looking in users/Patrick and start looking in users/Patrick/desktop because my desktop is a subdirectory of my login name. And to change that working directory, all that you need to do is use the setwd command, which is just set the working directory. And once you do that, you can just type setwd, open up some parentheses, and then open up some quotation marks because file paths have to be in quotation marks in R. And then I'm going to type /users/Patrick/desktop. And you'll want to be careful with your case and your spacing, so you want this to be an exact replica of the combination of this part of my file path and then the desktop part of it, separated by front slashes. And once you do that and you hit enter, it should look like nothing happened. That means that you did the right thing. From there, we can use the list.files command again, and then you will see that it's changed the result that it'll send back to you. So now it sees a folder called data, and the data set that we're after, gss underscore 2016 underscore clean.dta, and then another folder I have on my desktop called expert. And if you look, that's exactly what you see on my desktop. So everything worked exactly as expected. But now let's say that we wanted to go inside this folder on my desktop where I just happen to have another copy of that GSS file. Okay, so from there, if I wanted to change from my desktop into my data folder, it's really just a matter of going back into RStudio and then updating my working directory using the setwd command. So in this case, since we know that the data folder is a subfolder on my desktop, you can just add another front slash and then type data. Case sensitive again, and then press enter. And just like before, it looks like nothing happened, but if I use the list.files command again, just to see what R is seeing, it will now find only the copy of the 2016 GSS that is inside that folder. And from there, all that you need to do is just load your data, which will be covered in another set of videos. And that's really all that you need to do to set a working directory for Mac in R.